Hello folks, friends and movie lovers, welcome back to the channel and to the latest instalment of the Movies in Review. The movie I have for you all today to review is called Kinds of Kindness. Now this was a really difficult movie for me to work out what to say because I really don't know what I'm going to say about this one. It's a movie that I saw several days ago and I still haven't worked out what I'm going to say. I suppose the thing that stood out for me, the big take home from this movie, was the fact that it was split into three segments, with the same actors and actresses taking different roles in each one. I've yet to understand the kinds of kindness that was on show. The first segment seemed to be more about obedience and loyalty at all costs rather than kindness, unless being allowed back into the inner circle and the bed represented an act of kindness after obeying an order to commit murder. Even so, I didn't understand where this apparent act of kindness came into the equation, as the person being rewarded with such act of kindness I thought was a vulnerable person who was being exploited, which is hardly an act of kindness. The second segment at least portrayed a friendship that was genuinely based, with the visiting friends being kind enough to grant the wish of their friend to watch a tape that they had all filmed together, a tape that turned out to be a sex tape. That being said, this segment seemed to make it clear that a theme of vulnerability would be running through the movie. The friend was clearly vulnerable and being affected by the absence of his partner and the missing friend. Once returned, the missing friend I also felt was clearly vulnerable due to missed time, I think missing memory, and failing to understand why she is the only one who wants sex. The third segment is admittedly darker and deals with vulnerability via a very sensitive issue, as we witness our protagonist fall victim to having her drink spike. This in turn leads to her expulsion from a community she had been living in after being subjected to a cleansing. I've yet to work out where the kindness is, unless we are talking about kindness to the perpetrator who seems to have got off lightly for his actions. So here in a nutshell is why I'm struggling to see where kindness comes into it. Other themes run through the movie, but kindness is not one of them, and they become increasingly more abstract as the different segments progress. Perhaps it is in the abstract nature of the segments that we see different kinds of kindness. If that is the case, then it is too abstract for me, unfortunately, and that is to take nothing away from the movie that was well put together in the format that was chosen. The only real takeaway was to say that I got to see Emma Stone naked having sex, which isn't enough for me to say that I liked the movie, or it was a brilliant movie, or just couldn't see any connection with any kind of kindness. That being said, and with all things considered, it wasn't bad. There was something about it that I liked that's not related to nudity or sex, or that sex was prevalent in one form or another. I can see the appeal in the narratives of these segments, which I think would have been fun and engaging stories independently of each other, where themes mentioned earlier could have been explored in more detail. I just think it's a shame that kindness wasn't among them as the title seemed to suggest, and that it's unfortunate that nude sex scenes form a more memorable moment of the movie. Alright folks, that's all I got for this one. I hope you found this review helpful. Please remember, if you haven't done so already, please click the like and subscribe button and the bell icon for updates and notifications when new reviews get uploaded. My name is Simon and this is the Movies in Review. Thank you for listening.